Packer fans, the Packer Mentality podcast is about to kick off, but I need your help. Before we huddle up, make sure to follow us on social media at Packer Mentality in all the usual places. And smash that like button if you're watching the YouTube video. It's week one, and Packers versus Bears is finally here. Welcome to the regular season. No more what ifs. No waiting to see if what we saw in the preseason or practices translate to real games. It's time to produce. We're going to talk about the keys of the game, what to expect, and I'm going to have a few predictions for this game and the season. First up, let's talk about the injuries that'll affect this game. For the Packers, Christian Watson is out with a hamstring injury. Romeo Dobbs looks like he's going to play. He is recovering from a hamstring injury and is listed as questionable, but I'm expecting him to play. Dontavian Wicks looks like he's full go. He's recovered from his hamstring injury. For the Bears, not much to report. Backup linebacker Dylan Cole is questionable. That's it. Let's start with the Packers offense versus the Bears defense. Key of this game is going to start up front. Packers offensive line can and should control the line of scrimmage. They were good last season, and they can be even better this season with five returning starters and really good depth behind those guys. It will be important because I expect the Bears to try and pressure and confuse Jordan Love in his first season, first game as the Packers starting quarterback. That is the usual game plan for young QBs, and the Chiefs were successful in pressuring Love 2 years ago, but that was 2 years ago, and Jordan Love is not the same quarterback. He's got a lot more experience in this offense. He's a lot more confident, and I think he trusts everyone around him. Generally, teams don't do anything special in the preseason as far as pressuring the quarterback. And unsurprisingly, the Packers didn't see much of it during their preseason games. But reportedly, the Patriots did do some blitzing and some other schemes during their joint practices. So he has seen a little bit of it from other teams in the preseason. Now, Love did handle it without any problems during practice. The Bears come in, well, last season they were ranked 31st in pressure rate last season, and they were also pretty poor against the run. They did bring in some new names, some new bodies, but from what I've heard and seen written during the preseason, it hasn't made a drastic difference. Last season, it got a little exasperating to hear Matt LaFleur say that they needed Aaron Jones to get the ball and then not do it again the next week. Despite that, I will still expect that at the very least, we'll see a lot of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, both as runners and in the passing game. Now, with Christian Watson out, the Bears might expect the Packers to lean on the run and the short passing game. And if they do, Jaden Reed has really good speed. Romeo Dobbs has the skills to get deep, and Luke Musgrave at tight end has exceptional speed. The Packers must still try and stretch the field to keep the Bears from crowding the line of scrimmage. Two predictions for Sunday for the Packers offense. Jordan Love is going to have a solid debut. I think he's going to have one rushing touchdown and at least one passing touchdown. Also going to predict with Christian Watson out, and based on what I've seen during the preseason and what I've heard and read from some of the guys covering the Packers, that Luke Musgrave is going to have a big day and a great debut in his rookie campaign. I think he's going to have 6 catches. or more. Now, on to the Packers defense versus the Bears offense. Packers defense, don't be the 2022 defense. Too many guys last season had down years or inconsistent years. There is way too much talent on this defense. Yeah, first round picks, two of them at defensive line, two of them at edge rusher, one at inside linebacker, two cornerbacks are first round draft picks now. Eric Stokes will not be playing, but you still have Jair Alexander at one of them. And despite some disappointment in this play, Darnell Savage is a first round draft pick, and I expect him to be starting on Sunday. This defense needs to attack and disrupt the offense more. They need to be better on first down. Cannot continue to allow teams to have third, second, and third and shorts. We need to force them to throw the ball and make plays. No more sitting 10 yards off the receiver on third and short, please. I went back and watched the Bears preseason games to see what they did when Justin Fields was playing. To be honest, I'm sorry, Bears fans, I wasn't terribly impressed, at least from what I saw. He didn't look very good throwing the ball down the field. He had some short passes and screens that did get broken for big plays, but that was pretty much all he completed. Uh, I think he might have completed one throw that was more than 5 yards down the field. If you want Justin Fields to be an MVP candidate that you think he is, he's going to have to be a lot better throwing the ball during the regular season. So when the Bears are on offense, I think the defensive line and the edge rushers will be the key to this game, stopping the run. Keep Justin Fields in the pocket, no huge scrambles. The secondary and the linebackers, going to have to keep an eye on him when they're, back in coverage. TJ Slayton, Devontae Wyatt, Kenny Clark, all those guys on the interior defensive line, they're going to have to penetrate and control the interior of the offensive line to free up Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker to chase down the running backs and chase down Justin Fields. The edge rushers, they need to get pressure, but don't let Fields get outside. Must maintain containment, maintain discipline. At cornerback, feel great about this matchup with Rasul Douglas and Jair Alexander going up against DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney. Now, these are the best receivers the Bears have had in a long time, but I think we match up great against those guys. At the slot, Keyshawn Nixon needs to have a good game because they may move those guys into the slot to try and take advantage of them. So he needs to have a good game. At safety, I don't know what to expect from these guys after last season. Can this be a rebound season for Darnell Savage? I really hope so. I hope he has a great year. These guys, I just hope they play fast. Just know your assignments and play fast. Predictions for Sunday when the Packers are on defense. I'm going to say 3 sacks, an interception, and they hold the Bears to less than 200 yards passing. On special teams, Packers have rookies for their kicker and their punter. I hope I don't even have to talk about them after the game, that they just do their jobs, no problems. So, my prediction for the final score: Packers 24, Bears 20. Before we wrap this up, let's do a prediction on the Packers record for 2023. Barring major injuries, I'm going to be slightly optimistic and go for a final record of 9-8, and I'll be really happy if they finish there. How are they going to get there? I'm going to say 2 wins against the Bears, a win against the Lions, a win against the Vikings, 1 win against the Saints, beat the Raiders, beat the Rams, beat the Bucks, and beat the Falcons. I will be back on Sunday evening after the game with my gut reaction to the game, hoping it's going to be a happy one. Until then, everyone, have a great weekend. Enjoy the game and go Pack Go.